C50 Bambino. Now this is a pulled engine championship. Now Jaden Sherwood better watch out, because with pulled engine championships, if one engine is way too successful, what's going to happen? Well, they're going to pull the engine and put another one in its place. So you can't say fairer than that. I think that's one of the fairest ways to do it, because it means it promotes the driver's skill. Okay, some parents might say, well, it's not fair. Well, the thing is, the pulled engine championship is there to promote driver skill, let alone, you know, let's say, for instance, certain championships. I don't name championships because I don't think it's right, but there are differences in rule interpretations, let's say. So with the pulled engine championship, things get a bit more. They're kept to a particular type of regulation fix, and it's a bit like, say, if a championship decides it's going to be on a 3-year cycle, not much is going to change. The only regulations we will change may be sporting. So, say for instance the British Touring Car Championship, DTM were due to go through a 3-year cycle, but that's now changed again for 2018. But that's enough of that. So, as we continue with our coverage here on both Downforce UK's audio stream and also the wonders of Alpha Live's modern technology. So this, as I say, will be a timed time trial format here. So it's about learning the ropes, shall we say. Which is a good thing. Every driver needs to learn the ropes. Lewis Hamilton did it, Jenson Button did it, Dario Franchitti, the late Dan Weldon. A few other drivers that are making their moves in Japan. Let's say Felix Rosenquist, Oliver Rowland, who's got his own motorsport fraternity. He's now just signed a new deal with Manor Racing in World Endurance, and he's also racing in Super Formula with the likes of Nick Cassidy. There's other drivers out there, Jan Mardenborough. But Jan Mardenborough is very different because he came from the GT Academy School instead. But now that we're into our penultimate of the timed heats here at Whilton Mill, for the moment, it's Seb Moore from Rochdale leading the way with a 1:21. Well, that was until Jaden Sherwood just blasted that one out of the water completely. A 1:16.490 with 4 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. So times will be changing as we carry on. And as I said earlier on, with regards to this particular championship, no one is trying to outdo one another in terms of racing, because they are not racing. They are going for the fastest lap. So it's for more than anything bragging rights. As I just saw Ronnie Carter go past Harry Aspinall, who had a mechanical flag last time out. So 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in the timed heat number 3 of the Coma C50 Bambino Kart Club class. Seb Moore's there in shot, as well as the number 22 of Lucas Stonia. And Alfie Howland has just gone second quickest. No, well, make that Jack Paul, who's just gone 2.145 seconds slower than Jaden Sherwood. And Jaden Sherwood, again, is in the 1:14s. He did a 1:15.3. Heat 1, time trial 1. He did a 1:14.049, and he's just done a 1:14.9. So this kid is very, very quick. So he's going to be the one to beat. So a 1:14. Oh, and there's, oh, that was very close. Seb Moore just had to jump over the front Nassau plate, just about avoided it. of Lucas Stonier's front Nassau plate, and the number 50 did an A-team style jump over the front Nassau plate. Very lucky. At least both drivers are now recirculating. Seb Moore carried on, whereas Stonier had to get back and wait for other drivers to move past. So 1 minute and 50 seconds remaining. In this heat. Next up, we'll have the TKM final, the National Kart Cup. Will be back on track for their final, but at the moment it's still 90 seconds to go, and clearly no one has had a proverbial answer for Jaden Sherwood for these last three, for this heat as well. So 60 seconds to go. Seb Moore currently in shot. The youngster from Rochdale, whose dad just happens to be an events promoter. Another prolific Instagrammer as well, I have to say. But I tell you what, it's really, really good. It helps promote these drivers. They get in, and don't just get the racing aspect of it, but they also get the social media aspect of it. With a lot of the drivers having social media pages, not just on Facebook, but also on Instagram, maybe even on Twitter as well. I haven't had a chance to have a look and see who has and who hasn't, but there we go. There's the man on the pace at the moment, Jaden Sherwood, who's gone quicker yet again. He's done a 1:14.638 in that fantastically liveried Hydramate-sponsored kart, the number 46. Looks like Jack Poole is closest to him at the moment. Seb Moore has dropped to 5th fastest overall in this session, and that completes the time allocated for this penultimate time trial of the day for the C50 Bambinos. Oh, and Jaden Sherwood has just pulled off. Now, having set the fastest lap, he's just put his hand up. Now, I don't know if anything got picked up, but there are yellow flags. Yellow flags just off where he is at the moment. He's located. Now, he's located just on the approach into turn 7. So I think Marshall is... oh, the Marshall's pulling the cart and pulling Jaden to safety. So drivers getting out of the cart absolutely fine. And yeah, that's it. Jaden's in safety. That's the main thing. So whether there was an issue with the cart after the checkered flag fell, which is being waved as we speak. So that concludes the heat number 3, time trial number 3 for the C50 Bambinos, with Jaden Sherwood making it 3 for 3. But I was just going to say, I mean, it's the penultimate event of the day that Jaden will be going out into, so that could prove to be very interesting. But let's run through the times as they stand. So Jaden Sherwood made it 3 for 3 with a 1:14.638. Jack Poole in the 51 was just under 1.5 seconds adrift. Then Ethan Bath, Lucas Stonier and Seb Moore rounded out the top 5. The latter two having a slight bit of contact out of turn 6 a couple of laps ago. Then it was Riley Blackburn, Jesse Phillips, Alfie Howland, Lucas Brumpton, Jensen Chalk rounding out the top 10, with Ronnie Carter, Harry Aspinall, Ruger Cohock and Charlie Caulfield rounding out the top 14. So kart and driver in the case of number 46, Jaden Sherwood, and looks like that was also the number 34. That was Harry Aspinall, who was 12th fastest. So not too sure whether both karts have had a mechanical. I would know that the so there, yeah, it looks like the